Alright, so hey guys, it is me, 80s from Roof Report. Today, guys, we're doing a Europa League round of 16 predictions for the first leg. Of course, guys, I will be giving you guys my quick predictions. I don't really want this video to be too long, mainly because, first of all, I already did a video on these matchups. I did a good lengthy video, so I'd rather you guys watch that video to get more inside thoughts. This is just more like just for fun, for prediction's sake, that kind of thing. And yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So hopefully this video ends up around like 5 to 8 minutes. That'd be a good length for the video, in my opinion. So let's start with the very first game, which we have is Real Betis versus Eintracht Frankfurt. For me, guys, Real Betis have been on stunning fire this season. They've been absolutely superb. Although I will say this though, Real Betis, I did see their game against Atletico Madrid in which they lost 3-1 at home. I think for me, the thing about Real Betis is they have to be strong defensively. Because for me, I still think defensively they're a bit shaky. And even though I do think Frankfurt don't really have the quality of attack compared to them, I still give them the edge. But this won't be as comfortable as I first envisioned it would be after seeing that match. But I will still give Real Betis the edge, and I think they will win the first leg. I'm gonna be a bit surprising here. I'm gonna say they keep a clean sheet at home, which would be a pretty good statement for them. So Real Betis to win 2-0. That's a tough one to call, though. And as far as goal scorers, I'm going to say it's going to be, who's going to score the goal? I'm going to say Borja Iglesias. I'm going to say him. Moving on, the next one it is Porto versus Lyon. Now, this is a very tough one to call because I think both teams are about the same strength, as I said in my preview. But I think for me, Porto hosting the first leg, I think it's a huge, huge advantage. I think for me, Porto have to make use of this advantage. Because if they fail to win the first leg, it puts Lyon in a great position to win the second leg because they're at home. It's a tough one to call. I think both these teams are around the same strength. I'm gonna give Porto the slight edge though, just because they're playing at home, and I do think Porto's attack looks a lot better in my opinion than Lyon's attack, and I feel like for me, Porto, I can trust them more in my opinion than Lyon. But something tells me this will be a lot closer than I envisioned it would be. So. Like John Mario, Conceição, Galinho, Evanson, Taremi, Pepe. I mean, yeah, it's a crazy attack. As for Leon, they do have some decent attackers, but like I said, I think Porto for me they just have more bite in my opinion. Their just attack looks more complete in my opinion. So I'm gonna say Joao Mario scores. Otherwise, we have this game which we obviously know got canceled. I don't need to explain why. I think all of us know by now why it got canceled. So let's not even discuss about that. Then we have moving on to next one, Sevilla versus West Ham. Perhaps the game of the round, guys. This is such a tough one to call. Guys, it's a very difficult one. Very difficult one. And I really want West Ham to do this, man. I really want West Ham to do this because I'm telling you this right now, guys. I don't want Sevilla in this competition just makes me it makes me frustrated because I know how much they're going to crave about this competition. They love this competition so much. It's a tough one to call. I think this is perhaps the trickiest match, in my opinion, of the round of 16. Because how level close things are. Maybe Rangers versus Reyna Zvezda is closer, but I think for me, guys, it's a tough one to call. Ah, man, where do I go with this one, guys? I think I'm going to go for a different prediction. This is one that I may be very surprised, but I do think this will go to penalties. Maybe even extra time on the second leg. But I'm going to say the first leg to end 1-1. But man, something tells me I should predict Sevilla to win. I should predict, but I don't know, man. Do I go with Sevilla win or draw? Because I did have Sevilla to overall advance. Guys, I'm gonna go with the draw. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. But man, that's a tough one to call. That's a very difficult one to call. I don't even know honestly about that one. That's a very difficult one to call. So yeah, I'm gonna say oof. I don't know, man. Hopefully West Ham could do an upset, man, because I would love to see it, man. So goal scorers for Sevilla. It's a tough one to call. I'm gonna say where's Ocampos? Oh, Ocampos is listed as a midfielder. I might actually call him as the first goal scorer. Now we move on. We've got Barca versus Galatasaray, so of course I'll be doing a preview on that on my channel tomorrow. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Then we have Atalanta versus Bayer Leverkusen. I think it's a very interesting one, guys. Very, very exciting indeed. I'm going to say a high-scoring 2-2 draw. I just think for me, both teams have been very, very good this season. I think for me, both teams actually do I. I'm gonna be a bit different. I'm gonna say Leverkusen opens the scoring first. Um, I just think for me, both teams have been incredible, but I think I'm gonna get a Leverkusen slight edge, and I think the second leg they'll be able to see it through. So if they get a draw in the first leg, I think that's a good result for them. Provided they just win the second leg at home, they will make it to the next round. So, yeah, who's gonna score the goal for them? I'm gonna say it's gonna be, you know what? I'm gonna be a bit different. I'm gonna say Bellarabi scores. Moving on, we have Braga versus Monaco, guys. This is a very interesting one to call. I think it's a very low-scoring one, as we saw with Braga. They managed to come from behind 2-0 on aggregate to make it 2-2 on aggregate and, eliminate Sheriff Tiraspol and end their dreams in Europe. So it's a very disappointing. I think for me, guys, for Braga, I think it's pretty good. It's going to be interesting to see how they do this one being the first, being at home. Because I believe the first, last time for them was actually away. And so I don't know if they'll be able to do a comeback as they did the first time. I just think for me, guys, Monaco is too good of a team. I think Monaco, for me, have an insane stacked team. And if we're just going by quality of players, Monaco should win this game, 100%. But something tells me that this will be very close. And I'm going to go with the 1-0 win for Monaco. I think Braga will be very defensively solid, but I think Monaco will capitalize upon one of their few opportunities, and I think Monaco will take home a massive, and I mean a massive win, because if they win this game, they put themselves in a very good position to make it the next round. So I'm going to say Ben Yedder scores a goal. And yeah, and then finally we move on to the next one, guys. This is the tough one to call. We have Rangers versus Reyna Zvezda. Guys, I just think for me, Rangers for me have been absolutely superb. What they've been doing in the Scottish League and what they did to Dortmund the playoffs round was incredible. The fact they were able to smash one of the favorites of the Europa League was quite ridiculous. Winning 4-2 away and drawing 2-2 at home. This one's going to be interesting. I think this will be very interesting to see how this pans out. I think Rangers have to win the first leg, in my opinion. If they don't win the first leg, I think it puts them in a really bad position because traveling away to Serbia, it's a very difficult thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do to play in that area. We know how difficult they are to play. So, for me, guys, I'm going to go Rangers to win the first leg by a 1-goal margin. I think this will be very close, and I think they're going to just edge this out. But, man, it's going to be very tight. It's going to be very tight indeed, guys, and it's going to be very interesting to see who it is. So the goal scorer, I'm going to say it's going to be right. Right. So those are my 6 predictions, guys. Like I said, guys, I will be doing a video for Barca versus Galatasaray, so don't worry. That will be coming out tomorrow on the channel, guys. And, yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. So like I said, guys, hope you guys did enjoy the video, guys. Like I said, if you're new around here, comment down below to us. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. Make sure you guys check out my other playlist in the description below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Remember to share the video with your friends, and remember to compete in the tournaments of my both Twitter and YouTube to vote. You cannot play anymore, but you can still vote, so I would appreciate if you guys could vote. And so yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. See you guys.